So today at the exhibition, Cenex is displaying a mobility hub, and this comes down to the core concept that electric cars are wonderful and great, and we're very excited about having more and more on the roads, but ultimately there's many problems that won't be solved by electrifying the cars, so we need to think about how we travel and the way we travel in a different way, and that includes things like micromobility, small electric vehicles, shared mobility, and public and transport and taxis. So in the Mobility Hub today, we're trying to display all of that ecosystem together and show how the future transport might look in a city.
And what role does Cenex play within this?
So Cenex work with a number of different companies and organisations and local authorities to explore how they can change the way that people travel around the city, from things like the YSIP project with our wireless taxi. This project is in Nottingham to investigate how taxis can charge through wireless pads on the floor. It will allow taxi drivers to use electric taxis and not have to get out and plug in and charge and worry about being able to losing out on a fare because they have to go off and charge. And then next we have the Enterprise Car Club. Enterprise Car Club, you can come and pick up the car, use it whenever you want, so you don't need to own your own car. You can have a fleet of cars accessible to you within a city. And Cenex have worked with Enterprise on a number of different initiatives, including helping them to get car clubs into low-income neighbourhoods and deprived areas, and helping them to understand how the electrification of car clubs could work in a city environment as well.
So it's working even with an established brand like Enterprise, who are specialists in rental, but getting them into an audience in a community, otherwise maybe they wouldn't be able to do so. So and then we come to two wheels. What have we got here?
Yeah, so these are the interesting ones that we have, the scooters and e-bikes as well. So this is an example here of Ginger, and obviously in the last year we've seen a massive increase in scooters across the country through the trials, and we see more and more e-bike rental schemes coming out, and there's also many forms of innovative light electric vehicles coming onto the market. So Cenex are working both with the companies, with local authorities, and with DFT and regulators and innovators to work out how these new vehicles fit into our cityscape, how they can be regulated, how they can be safely used, and also how they can really create some wonderful opportunities for our cities to provide transport to everybody that is inclusive across the city. And in here we have an electric boat, the electric rib. So this is a really exciting piece of kit that allows people to have a look at these new electric boats, and the possibility for including that in our mobility landscape in the future. So Cenex are working with Plymouth City Council on electric boat charging as well, and that's part of their transport offer to residents there. And we also have outside the Comms 365 element as well, which is a really exciting and innovative sensors that allow people to manage the parking in electric car bays and other sort of opportunities to see how we can make sure that that's working properly. Yeah, so these are the COM65 sensors, and actually the thing about this is it's probably one of the most innovative things on the stand, but it's just a tiny little black disc, so it's not particularly massive to look at. But yeah, they can be placed in a car parking spot, and then you can track, particularly for electric vehicle charging, you can see if the parking spot's blocked by an ICE vehicle, by a combustion engine vehicle, or they can monitor like how long a car is spending in the charge point and needs to be moved, because to make sure that everybody gets a chance to use it. And the thing about having all these different modes of transport and all these different options is that it makes the possibility of people not owning their own vehicle and being able to travel around in all sorts of different ways a real reality. And the other element that we have involved in the stand is Coventry City Council and the Very Light Rail project. So it also involves that mass transit of people, electric buses, which Coventry are going to be the electric bus town, and light rail, national rail, and all those things are going to be crucial to reaching our targets for zero carbon.